Hello students, today we are going to start the next chapter, flow of fluids. In the last chapter we have seen the pressure in fluids, means when the fluid is at rest. Okay, and now we are going to see the type of motion, what happens when the fluid flows. Now we are going to study here about pressure in liquids, flow of liquids. So what is an ideal liquid? What liquid we consider ideal? And liquid which cannot be compressed, means which has zero compressibility and zero viscosity, which cannot be compressed and where the viscous force is also zero. Such a liquid is called ideal liquid. Streamline flow or laminar flow. Okay, so this is clear, I hope. The liquid which cannot be compressed means you cannot change its volume by increasing the pressure, that is called zero compressibility and viscosity. Now what is viscosity? We will see now that when there is a relative motion, we will see now what is viscosity after some time. And a liquid which has no viscous force is considered to be ideal liquid, but actually in practice there is no such liquid where viscous force is zero. So this is an ideal case. Streamline flow or laminar flow. When a liquid flows such that each particle passing a certain point follows the same path as the preceding particle which has passed the same point and follow the is said to be the streamline. Streamline flow means what? Suppose see, this is the path of the particle. So when here was one particle, its speed was v1 and this was the direction. When this particle reached here, the speed became v2 and this is the direction. Now the next particle that will come here, its speed will also be v1 and direction will be same. The third particle that will come here, again its speed will be v1, direction will be same. And same thing here. When this second particle will reach here, the speed will become v2, direction will be this, and so on. So if every particle means simply in simple language, if every particle is just completely following the speed and direction of the preceding particle, then we will say that this is a what? This is a what to say? This is called a streamline flow. Okay? Acha, streamline flow. And this type of streamline flow generally happens if the liquid is flowing at a lower speed, means below a minimum speed, that is called the critical velocity. Okay, so critical velocity is actually the velocity below which the liquid shows streamline flow. And if the velocity of the liquid increases or you can say crosses the critical velocity, then what will happen? Then it will become a turbulent flow. It will become what? It will become turbulent flow. So in this type of flow, the particles of the liquid follow independent paths, such as the intermingling of two or more layers. Okay, in this case, the velocity of the particle is independent and the velocity gradient is not constant. Okay, so this is called the turbulent flow. So what is the meaning of exactly turbulent flow? Turbulent flow means the particles are moving in such a way that they are not maintaining the rule that we have seen here. That is called what? Turbulent flow. This happens when the liquid is flowing at a very great speed, more than the critical velocity. Now we are going to study the main concept of this chapter, that is the viscosity. We have seen that solid, whenever suppose I drag my hand over the book or any object over the book, then what will happen? Suppose I drag this over the book, then what will happen? There will be a friction force between the surface and the book surface. That you know, that is the friction. And due to this friction, if I push it, what will happen? The speed is stopping. It is stopping. Why it is stopping? Because of the friction force. Similarly, Similar things happens in liquid also. When a liquid is flowing over a surface, then there are different layers. These are different layers of the liquid that make up the surface. This is one layer, one layer, one layer, one layer. These are the different layers. Okay. Now exactly what is happening is the layer at the bottom, means which is the in contact with the surface, is is moving slowly, is moving with a very low velocity. The above layer is moving with a greater velocity, the above more greater, and slowly as we are moving upward from the base towards the surface, the speed is gradually increasing, and the topmost layer has maximum velocity. Okay. Now so this, suppose this is one layer B and this is one layer C. So when this layer is suppressed by, is between two layers, the above layer tries to accelerate it and the below layer tries to retard it. So I am talking of the between layer. The above layer trying to accelerate it and the below layer tries to retard it, and this difference between these two layers, this difference causes what? It causes what? A viscous drag, and this causes a viscous drag. Okay. And the property, so what is viscosity? The property of the liquid by virtue of which it opposes the relative motion between the adjacent layer, means by which it opposes the relative motion between the adjacent layer. That property is called what? That property is called viscosity. Means as we have seen in case of solid, that friction opposes relative velocity. Okay, if any body surface is moving above another surface, then the friction is opposing relative velocity. Same thing is happening here. Same thing is happening here. Friction is opposing a relative velocity. Okay, so this friction here is termed as viscosity. Excuse me. This friction here is termed as what? Viscosity. Okay, so this is all about viscosity. Now, velocity gradient. So as I told you, whenever there is a liquid layers, so there is a viscous drag, and this force is, now this viscous drag is directly proportional to the area of contact, and it is directly proportional to the velocity gradient. So A proportional to A del V by del Z. Okay, so what is Z? The distance between the two layers. The Z is what? As you can see, Z is the distance between the two layers. So this del V by del Z, this quantity is called velocity gradient. Means change in velocity due to the change in height. As I told you, as we move upward, the speed will increase. So speed is increasing as we are moving upward. So what is velocity gradient? Ki per unit rise. Suppose we have moved 1 unit, then how much is the speed changed? That is called velocity gradient. So here we are going to put a constant eta, and this eta, so F is equal to plus minus eta A del V by del X. Okay, plus minus eta A del V by del X. Okay, so coefficient of viscosity of a liquid is defined as the viscous force per unit area of contact between the two layers. Okay, so what is the unit of viscosity? See, the unit of viscosity, a dimension of viscosity is m L to the power minus 1 T to the power minus 1, and unit is poise. Okay, and unit is what? Another unit of viscosity is poise, and 1 poise is equal to 0.1 SI unit. 1 poise is equal to 0.1 SI unit, or you can say 1 SI unit is equal to 10 poise. Okay, so up to here today, and we'll proceed in the next day. Okay students, have a nice day.